Alright, not sure how good this sound quality is, but yeah, we're doing some self-study. This is probably not a hand. Is that? Yeah, the sound was really fucking annoying. So this guy was like kind of punty, pretty aggressive, like 20% 3-bet, ISOing a lot. And I get this turn, and it's really odd because I know he has a fuck ton of deuces, and against is still like pretty reliable 3-street hand when the two flush draws out on board. I was pretty unsure what to do. Like, on one hand, my hand is really happy to go 3 streets. On the other hand, betting really puts me in a tough spot when he has a deuce. Not even comfortable folding any point to him. I think I know who his other account is, and he had a hand where he'd like 3-bet folded to me on the flop. So yeah, not too comfortable folding here when he has so many potential bluffing hands. Yeah. I'm not sure what's best. I think if I had a weaker queen, it's an easier check. The stronger my queen is, the more I just want to bet. Yeah, I think it's pretty close between the two. I'm not really focusing on turns, so skip to the river. He raises, I think we have to call. I guess there's just spades, there's gutters with hearts, that might raise pre. Might raise flop. There's a whole bunch of deuce X. There's deuce 3, deuce 4, 2 ace deuce, that's 8 plus 10, there's like 80 combos of deuce X. So like, you need to find a fuck ton of bluffs. You're like 40 combos of bluffs or something, just to have like 20% equity or something like that. Like, he needs to be bluffing a lot just because he has so many deuce X. Even if he's like 80 combos deuce X, 40 combos flush draw, which is kind of, or like bluffs, which is kind of ambitious. I like that's 2-to-1 ratio, but the flush draws have equity against me, and I don't really have any equity versus deuce. The other hand, he might raise some deuce X pre, so he doesn't have all of them, right? I don't know. It's a really not fun spot. Which is the argument for like, if it goes checking here, and then if it goes check, betting really fucking big. It's a pretty reasonable play, and kind of caps the downside. That might be a better line. And then that happens, and it's like, okay, you block the king of spades, like, his main bluffs are 2 spades. He's bluffing the flop, bluffing the turn is with 2 spades. Hard to do that with 2 hearts. And what is he floating? Like ace X of hearts, if he just floated that, he just made a pair. King X of hearts is possible. Like jack 10, jack 9 of hearts. But he still has, all those flushes like out there. Deuce X is still gonna want to jam. So you're still looking at a fuck ton of value. And you need a lot of bluffs, so you should just fold. And yeah, we called. I don't think I realized just how many deuce X he repped. And I don't think I realized like a lot of his flop bluffs include a spade or potentially like ace of hearts. So yeah, pretty bad call. So yeah, he checks every street and then he bets. I thought I hand read this spot well because I thought nines through deuces play like this a lot, and he opens a lot pre-flop, especially to like 130. So he has all of those. So he has all the nines through deuces. I just thought his value was like, I guess you could have. I don't know if king 10 off, queen 10 off, jack 10 off opens, but he's opening fairly wide, so those hands, let's say 50% frequency, because I think they would bet turn really often, and then pocket tens. I think 50% is kind of generous. So king 10 is 12-6. Another 6, 6. I think that's 24. And then pocket tens, 3.5, 27. And then ace jack. I could always play like this. Let's 2, 3, 33. I think it might go a bigger size, ace jack. So I'm gonna say like 32, 31, 31. And then two low diamonds, like 9-8 of diamonds, 8-7 of diamonds, like 33, let's say 35. Like 35 combos. And we just need to find like 12 bluffs. And then he has like 3s through 9s is 6 each. That's like 36 plus pocket 2s and then 3, like 39. So you just have to bluff like those under pairs a third of the time or something. Fairly easy to do. So yeah, I think it's a call. I think we're kind of generous with the amount of 10x you could have. Yep. I don't know if that's a call that deep, but big blind was a huge, straddle was a huge fish, and button was kind of a fish. And then yeah, we get into the spot, and I felt like this guy was kind of punty, but didn't have a specific read. And then he does that, and I'm like, what the fuck do you rep? How do you rep anything here? I should have just folded. So he bets pot, and then he bets 2/3. Like, you should just click fold, even though it's really hard to put him on a fucking hand at this point. So I really just thought it was like pocket 3s, pocket 6s. I couldn't really think of anything else at this point. It's really hard for me to think of anything else. But the sizing strong. It's just he was a weird player, I think. I don't really hate calling, but could probably fold. It's just he doesn't really rep much at all. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a turn spot, which I'm really just focusing on river spots. So. All right, so 3-bet pot, jack 9-6, heart heart. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, you can PIO it, but if I were to think about it first, three hearts isn't good. The board that should hit his range decently, pocket nines, pocket sixes. We still have all the overpairs. We're not three betting super wide range here, so that's helpful. I bet you this hand goes into the bet fairly often. I think we have a bit of an EV advantage, but monotone boards play really weird, so I'm not really sure. So in position. What's my range look like? There's always three betting, and then yeah, probably at like frequency with this king jack. They're so small of a size, I probably mix quite a lot with a lot of some hands. Probably always three bet these. I wasn't three betting wide, I remember. Probably not bluffing these a ton. Yeah, it's probably something like that. Oop. He's a reggy guy. Um, I'll give him some ace ace. That's it. Feeling like sixes and fives. Yeah, we'll give him this range. Maybe he folds that one randomly. Then jack of hearts, nine of hearts, six of hearts, then 980 and 2722. I'll have out of position never donk. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what we're supposed to do. Like, I don't think like our one heart, ace of heart type of hands really want to bet, get it in or bet fold. Where'd the fucking hand go? I think this hand wants to bet. I don't know if like just ace king no heart wants to bet. I don't know if the king of hearts just wants to bet. I don't know if like aces with a heart wants to bet. Kings with a heart, queens with a heart. I think like pocket jacks really wants to bet, but then again maybe not. Like such board blocking. Pocket nines probably wants to bet. Pocket sixes, like ace jack with ace of hearts. I just feel like a lot of hands don't really want to bet, don't need to bet, and there's like a small frequency of hands that do need to bet. Aces with a heart probably needs to bet. Kings with no heart. I mean, aces no heart probably needs to bet. Kings no heart probably needs to bet. But not really sure. But yeah, I think it's a low frequency bet with a lot of hands. I think this one finds the bet quite a lot. I think it's just such a good hand to bet. Okay, so that's like not that often, like a third of the time. Aces with the heart just really wants to put in the bet. Kings wants to put in the bet. Queens really wants to. Jacks doesn't really need to. Tens, nines really wants to. Eights really wants to check. Ace Jack really wants to bet. Yeah, so like the hearts bet, even non-hearts bet. Yeah. I don't know, what is he supposed to do with the bet? What's the call? Ace 8-7, that might be a hard one. I don't know. Pocket fives of a heart, could probably do that. Way fast, way too much with flushes. I think he would play flushes too fast. I think his range should not have pocket jacks in it, or pocket tens. But he has all the combos. We could rerun it without him having all the combos. So yeah, I guess betting's gonna go up a bit. Those hands are kind of nice to have. Now he doesn't have them. Yeah, betting just went up a little bit. And yeah, slight equity advantage, like I thought. Strong EV advantage. And yeah, 8-7. Put in the bet that often. One bet. I think he'd play flushes too fast. I just feel like a lot of flushes that aren't the ace of hearts would just raise. I wonder what happens when that's the case. Wonder if that's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I think he plays like pretty close to the ideal here. Pretty damn close. Anyways, goes check, check. Not really sure what we're supposed to do when it goes check, check. Four spades. I'm gonna think about it on my own first. I think people don't balance their check twice ranges all that well. I think they do a bit better when it's a monotone, but I still like over bluffing because I think he doesn't check strong enough would be my read. Like ace jack's supposed to check a lot. King queen of hearts is supposed to check sometimes. King jack is supposed to check a lot. Queen jack, I think he would miss those. Pocket nines is supposed to check a lot, suppose. He's supposed to mix with like big flushes. So I think he checks too weakly, and we get to put in bets. And yeah, I think he still can find the bluffs and all that. So yeah, I think he just checks too weak of a range, and I don't think he like over bluffs to compensate. Because if he bet like more of his strong hands and then bluffed more, I think that would kind of balance out his check range. But yeah, I think he would just checks too weakly, and we should just put him the bet with this particular hand. yeah, I think he checks 3 times, 2 weekly as well. Like, just check, check, 9 of spades. I guess he's just supposed to do lots of betting on that river. It's a particularly good one for him. He's not supposed to do much checking with weekends. Like, he's just supposed to bet, and which he might do, action, in theory, and yeah, he's just supposed to bet a lot, and then play a bluff catching game. But yeah, he checked like aces, which if he had aces, he's supposed to play it like that. Just I bet half pot, and he's supposed to do like some hero calling, some pretty weak hands like 8s and 7s and 7-6 and pocket 5s, and ace 10 finds the call at a tiny frequency, and yeah, he's supposed to check some like flushes and shit. Supposed to check raise and check call ace 4, check raise, bluff ace 3, ace deuce. Kind of like bluffing here. I think he's checking too weak of a range. Fortunately, he had them aces. This was a really weird hand. Imagine the turn bet isn't terrible. But yeah, like, I think this guy can have like lots of aces. Ace 9 off is possible, ace 8 off is possible, even like ace deuce, ace 3 off is possible. And the suited ones are definitely possible. He called pretty fast. He didn't even think about raising. But yeah, ace jack is possible, ace 7 is possible. The other guy calls, and he called pretty fast too, with a lot of people behind. So it kind of capped his rage. But ace jack is possible for him too. I don't really know. It's a really hard hand. He doesn't have as many of the weaker aces. He has 2 diamond type hands. I don't think he has king queen. I don't think he can snap call king 10 that often. I don't know if king 10 off calls pre even. His range is I think their combined ranges are just too strong to put in the jam. Do. Jam. We 3-bet this. And yeah, I wasn't sure what to do here. I kind of just assumed we're really far ahead, but really wasn't sure of the bet size that was proper for the spot. Not really sure how the range is. I was betting big so I could bet call. Yeah, I don't know. Like ace queen, king queen is a thing, but 7s, 8s, 9s are a thing. I don't know what those do. Ace jack, ace 10 could be a thing. Queen jack suited, jack 10 suited, 10 9 suited could be a thing. Then I just have like fairly strong range. Like I'm not 3-betting this very often. Like a small frequency thing. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty strong, and I think I just get to put in the bet. I mean, maybe it's a smaller bet. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Proper line is. Really unsure. The proper bet sizes I want to bet. Like I want to target 6s through 10s, I think. Maybe I don't. I don't want to bet fold. Potential 7 outs. Only 28% equity, so I don't really want to bet small. Like, what are the hands he's shoving it in? Like, ace-x of clubs, which destroys me. Queen X, which could be ace queen or king queen. King queen I do okay versus, but ace queen I'm like getting destroyed, like 12% equity. Sets like 4s and 5s I'm getting destroyed. Occasional 6-7, which I'm destroying. King jack of clubs, which I'm doing well against. So it's like kind of like this mixed bag where I don't know, it's probably bet folding like 25% equity versus his range. Doesn't sound too fun. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. Really unsure what to do. I don't even know what bet size I want to do via sevens. Like, I'd rather bet small than jam. I guess I'd rather do that, but I don't know. Like, I might fold more to a big bet. I think it's pretty close. He has a queen, I'd rather just bet small and fold to shove. He has a club draw. I'd rather just bet small and fold to the jam. If he has air, I'd rather just bet small, you know? Like ace jack, ace 10. Bet small and fold. There isn't really any hands where I'm just so preferring the huge bet, you know? So it seems like I should just bet small. Now let's see what the Pio thinks. Yeah, I just have low frequencies for these. Like, I was just doing something like this. Yeah, these aren't a thing. Probably have 9s sometimes. 10s plus a lot. Jack off, like never. King, queen off. Probably sneaks in there half the time. Ace jack off, probably always 3 bets. Probably 3 bet that one a lot, and then mix with these. Range is probably something like that, you know, fairly strong. An end position, really hard to tell. Low frequency with a bunch of these. I think those are possible. I think ace queen's a lot more possible. I don't really know what to do. I think these are pretty unlikely. I think these are pretty likely. The 3 bet's pretty big, so like maybe the smaller pairs fold. Like these, low frequency. I'll give them range like this. That might fold, that might fold. Yeah. close. 5 of hearts, 4 of clubs. Two, 27. We could run lots of bet sizes. It's like SPR is so low, still run really quickly. SPR of 1, like just gonna breeze through. Yeah, so I don't know. I just imagine like it wants to go 1/3. And not go 2/3. Just based on my analysis. Let's double check. I can't think of any hand that really wants to go 2/3. I really can't. No, I think 2/3 is just not going to be used. Yeah, that ran really fast. Wow, jam is used really often. Jam is used really, really often. 2/3 is used decently often. Yeah, but like jam and that small is definitely a thing, and let's remove betting 2/3. See what happens then. Very cool. So yeah, top of our range really wants to jam. Like the club draws really would just rather jam. Like ace 3, ace deuce wants to mix between jamming and betting small. Pocket queens wants to jam sometimes. King jack just wants to rip it. So what's going on? I imagine we're pushing a ton of EV. You have to be, yeah. We're pushing a ton of EV as expected. And a ton of equity. So we're just like ripping it in. Yeah, let's see how he's supposed to play versus the rip. Supposed to call a bunch of these pairs, which, you know, we don't know. Tough spot. We don't know what he's going to do with those pairs. Might fold them a bunch, might call them a bunch. Deuces and threes, I think. And fours, deuces and threes, I think, just find the fold a ton. I think that's a pretty ambitious call, but I don't know. I might just be like, oh, it's king, call. So, yeah. You can just rip, and yeah, I don't know, like, you might fold too much, which would not be very nice for us when we have a good hand, but he might not. Hard to say what he's going to do. China. The bet small is really interesting. It's like, I think a lot of these turn into a call. I think a lot of these turn into a call. I wonder how that affects things. I think he would play the worst versus us, and I wonder how that changes our strategy. I mean, he could potentially play really bad versus jam and fold a bunch of those pocket pairs, which would just be amazing. But yeah, let's say, I don't know if he necessarily plays the worst versus this strategy. But yeah, let's just say like these are jamming. Let's say they feel. I'll have him shove nines and tens. Alright, let's see what happens. Now it strongly prefers the smaller size. So before we were betting 44% of the time for the big size, now we're betting only 25%. Like your ace 5, ace 4 really want to, your 10s want to mix, kings want to jam, your king queen wants to jam, your ace king wants to jam a lot, jam is low frequency. So yeah, if he just calls those, but we don't know for sure. He just calls those, he might rip. That's China. Really hard to tell, but it is interesting that we can jam here. I did not consider it until I ran the sim. I'm happy I considered it while running the sim, but yeah, lots of jamming and betting small. 2/3ing is not a thing. And I think that would be enough video. Like a boss. Alright. Hope the sound is loud enough for you. Might not be. It's only 2 bars, so that's not good.